Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. So this is my second time trying to film this video. I did the entire thing and my phone decided it didn't want to save any of it. So we're doing it again. Today's going to be a relaxed video, so I've got a nice big hot water bottle and peach tea in my Percy mug. Right, so let me get into the video. Let me introduce what we're doing first. Probably guess from the title. I'm doing a small business tips slash things I wish I did before I got started video. Oh, before I get started, in case you didn't know, I run a hand embroidery business called Gallerybylara and I run it on Etsy, and I've been doing it for nearly 2 years. Nearly 2 years in June. So I have had a fair bit of learning to do, so I'd like to think I know what I'm on about, but we'll see. So 2 categories, Etsy tips and social media tips. That's what I'm doing today. Etsy tips may not be for everyone if you decided you don't want to shop on it, you don't want to sell on Etsy. So if I do remember, I will try and put a time up on the screen or in the description to skip it. It's for you to skip to get to the social media parts. I'm going to begin now. Let me just have a sip of my drink. Can I try and balance this on the setting? Is that wise? Right, to begin with, Etsy tips. Number 1, the dreaded word, Etsy fees. I, after nearly 2 years, still not understand the Etsy fees. Just don't get it. I'm not, well, to be fair to me, I'm not the greatest at maths, but I just do not understand it. Apart from the fact I found out recently, Etsy fees are going up to 6.5%, which is absolutely brilliant. However, whilst I may complain, I do think Etsy's a good platform to start with. A lot of my sales have come from Etsy, and obviously I wouldn't have had most of my sales if it wasn't for being on their site. So I do think it is really helpful and it's a good place to start. Like, if you are wanting to get your own website, it's a good place to start to build up to that stage. So I found this app on the App Store. See, this app, I'm going to try and put it on the screen somewhere if I can, but if not, I'll put it in the description. I feel this app is specifically UK, I think, but there's so many everywhere, and I know for definitely there's a website that does it because I've been on it before. But it's called Etsy Fees UK, and it calculates all the fees for you, so you don't have to do any calculations. So it asks you to enter how much you're charging for the product, how much you're charging for postage, how much you will spend on postage and packaging, and how much you will spend on making the product. And then you can click work out profit, and it will tell you how much you'll get in total, like for everything, once the fees have been taken off. And it will also tell you how much profit you'll then get from that bit, and tells you how much it costs overall for you to make and send off that product, if that makes sense. So it's a really easy way to work out what you're spending, it just makes your life so much easier. You do not have to do anything. It takes the hard part out for you, and it's just a great app. I absolutely love it. Next point, use all the available words in your title. This is really important. The title is so important. Along with the tags in the description box, the title is equally as important. Use as much words as you can to boost yourself up into the algorithm, if algorithm is a word, into the search engine. Because just put keywords in, even if it's not really anything to do with it, just put them in. So at Christmas time, I always put Christmas gift. So if someone's searching for a Harry Styles Christmas gift, hopefully mine comes up. Also, an example of keywords that might not be relevant is when I put a Liam Gallagher tote bag on, I'll put Liam Gallagher tote bag, hand embroidered, the colour, blah blah blah. Then I'll always end it with Oasis, full stop. Then I end it with Noel Gallagher, full stop. because even though it's not a No Gallagher bag or specifically an Oasis bag, it's still the same, tends to be the same audience that is looking for both. So if someone types in Oasis tote bag or No Gallagher tote bag, the Liam Gallagher one might come up, and then they'll be like, oh, I didn't know I was looking for that, but I like it. If that, do you know what I mean? It just gives you more chances of being seen by your target audience, really. And then linking from that, description boxes, use as much detail as you possibly can. Like, this is so important because customers want to know every little thing about what they're buying. Another thing that I forgot to write down again, but I did mention it in the video that I didn't record, is when it comes to linking to your description and titles, tags are another important thing. Make sure you use every single tag you possibly can. Even if you've done all the ones you can think of, just make things up that you know will relate to it. And a good example, a good tag that I use for every single product, like even on old ones, I've gone back and changed it to have this tag. Like, I feel like it's quite a good tag to have, and that's just putting your shop name. It's just as simple as that. So I put every listing, I'll make sure I put Gallerybylara, because if someone goes on Etsy and is actually searching for my shop, every single item I make will come up. So they will see everything I make. And then, linking to your new listings, this might be difficult, especially if you're starting or if you're really busy. Like at the moment, I'm slacking on all of these elements because I'm prioritising uni work at the moment, so it's just all, but this is just trying to upload a new item as frequently as possible, because Etsy will take, if you don't upload, Etsy will take it as if, oh, they're not using us, so we're not going to help them. And I've experienced like now I've not posted a new item in a couple of weeks, and my engagement, like my stats and everything have gone down, and it's just the way it is for some reason. Like, it could be wrong what I'm saying, but that's just what I've gathered, and I have heard other people say that. The final tip for Etsy tips, and this doesn't necessarily have to be for Etsy actually. I feel like if you have your own website, or if you use, I don't know about Depop, because I don't know if Depop let you do it. I'm not quite sure. But generating codes for first time customers is a good one. But do not do it if your business can't afford to do it yet. So don't do it for your first ever customer or your first 10 customers, because you might not be able to sustain giving money away like that. Like, you're not giving money away, but you practically are, because you're not getting it for your item. And you need to make sure you're still getting the money back for your time and your materials before you actually do it. It's just like running a sale. Don't do a sale until you are in the perfect position to be able to do a sale. But this one, for when you are in that position, or you're willing to do it, is so generating a coupon code for your first time customers. So then that encourages your customers to come back because they're getting money off. And who does not like having money off? And if they like your shop, they will be like, well, I'm going to get something cheaper. Every new customer to my shop will get, put a thank you card in every card, but every new customer will get, thank you so much for your order. For your next order, use blah, blah, blah. You make up what it is for a blank amount off. So I do 10%. So use blank for 10% off your next order. Finish the Etsy section of the video now, and we're going to go on to social media. Tip number 1, using social media is key. It's that important. I put on my notes key in capital letters. That's how much I feel about it. It's just so important, especially if you're trying to target a younger clientele. Like, it's just so important, no matter what social media platform you use. It's just so important. I know I'm going to probably keep saying that, but it really is. And take it from me, I didn't use Instagram or anything for the first month, maybe? No, not a month. I think I got my first sale in July, and after my first sale, I then started social media for it. But I didn't, only because I knew you'd need social media for it, but I didn't because I was scared of getting laughed at. I was like, oh, my friends are going to see it, my family's going to see it. You're like, what's she starting her own business for? But you just need to not care, because one, it will help boost your social media. So many people get so much success from it, and not that, you'll find that they're not thinking that. Looking to get in social media, TikTok, a lot of people, me being one of them, criticised TikTok when it started, and then lockdown happened, downloaded it, became addicted. But I didn't use it straight away for my business. This was another thing that took me I think this maybe took about 2 months to get TikTok. A lot of my sales have come from TikTok, like a lot of them. So utilise it to your advantage. However, another thing that I didn't do, I don't know why I did this, but I posted all my social media content on my normal LARA account, which doesn't really make sense to me because it's not the relevant content. December time, after I started, so 6 months maybe, 6 months down the line, I thought, you know what, I'm going to get a Gallerybylara TikTok account, make it completely separate, do my branding, put my logo on it, everything like that. And my second TikTok did really well. And I admit, not all of them are going to do well. Some of mine have got 2 likes, some of them have got 1,000 likes. I've done so much better from getting a small business TikTok account. Also, I know I said business account from your personal account, but I personally don't want to make a business account, if that makes sense. So do you know how Instagram you can change to a business account or just an everyday account, and I think you can with TikTok. So you could be like a content creator account or a business account, all the ordinary. But I personally don't do the business account, because unlike the ordinary one, business ones restrict you to what sounds you can use, so you can't use everyday music. So if I were doing a video of me showing making a Harry bag, I can't use a Harry Styles song, and then that doesn't really help me. And also for TikTok content, you want to be trying to do the trends and the trending sounds when possible, because obviously that's what's trending at the moment, so you're more likely to get seen. So if you can't have access to them trending sounds, there's no point. So I wouldn't recommend getting a business account. But obviously, this is all my opinion. It's not written in stone. It's not telling you you've got to do this. It's just literally me giving you advice. And I personally have stuck to the normal account. I've occasionally switched back and forth between business and normal because I want to look at the business insights. But one of the main things that I did struggle, which I didn't like, was on a normal account you can't link your website, whereas you can with business. However, I did realise that when you reach 1,000 followers anyway, you could add it. So if you can persevere until you get to 1,000 followers, you should be alright. That's the only really thing I missed about a business account. Nothing else really. Also with TikTok, I know it's daunting because you have to put your face on there, and well, no, you don't have to, I worded that wrong. You think you have to put your face on there, you think you have to talk, but you really don't. So much content you can make without doing that. Like I do a lot of showing you making my bags, so I just show you me sewing. I'm not in it, well obviously I am, but my face isn't in it, I'm not talking in it. Or a packaging video, do it from above with a tripod or ask someone to hold it, and you do not have to be in it. And it's just the perfect way of showing behind the scenes of your business, but doing it comfortably to you. Next point, hashtags. Hashtags are really important as well, I think, especially at the beginning, like a new Instagram account. But make sure you need to think tactically. You can't just be like, hashtag blah blah blah, hashtag blah 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 blah. You've got to think to who you want to see it, and you've got to make sure as well the hashtag's not oversaturated. So, see, this is my example, this is where I went wrong, and I've only just learned this. I always put hashtag Etsy, hashtag Etsy UK, hashtag small business, hashtag embroidery business, hashtag embroidery. Who do you think's seen that? Only small businesses and Etsy users and people who do embroidery, not my actual target audience that are going to see that. Whereas if I put hashtag Liam Gallagher, hashtag Oasis, hashtag Britpop, blah blah blah, it's going to be shown to the people that I want it to be shown to, and I'm not wasting hashtags on ones that aren't going to be seen. And linking to the oversaturated, I think I said, you need to not use, so for example, I always use small business, but so many people use that hashtag that it just doesn't get seen because there's so many people posting on it all the time. And a good way I learned to check that was, I did a post, did all my hashtags, posted it, and then straight away, I didn't leave it so many minutes or anything. Straight away, I went on each hashtag, went on recents and checked to see if mine was in the top recent or at all if I scroll through. And if it wasn't, do not use that hashtag, like the small business one. Mine didn't show up and I thought, well, I'm not using it because that many people are using it. It's just not worth using. You need to use things that are more catered to your niche. So then, post consistently. Now I know everyone says this and I get annoyed when everyone says this, but it is true. And I don't do it. I don't think many people do it because it is really hard to keep on top of, and you don't want to be on social media all the time. It's not good for your mental health. It's just not good in general. You don't want to get so obsessed with it, but it also is so important to be on top of it. And I've really slacked in this area this last few weeks, to the point, this is why I think you need to post consistent, because when I posted consistently, I'll put a story on and like 80 people could view it, just say. But then now, if I post a story now, because I've not posted in a while, I'll get 10 views, not even that sometimes. And that's why I think it's so important to keep posting. Even if you don't make an Instagram post, put a story on, put a reel on, just keep doing things, keep engaging with people to make sure that you're still using the platforms. But like I said, don't spend all your time on it. It's not always worth it. Sometimes you might physically not be able to. It's like me, I'm prioritising uni work right now because it's coming to the end. So while I'm doing that, I can't physically prioritise my social media accounts. And that's fine. You've just got to work out what's appropriate for you at each time of your life. Tip for if you do want to make sure you're consistent but you ain't got every day to be able to just sit on your phone and post and engage, is plan ahead. So I used to get a diary and I used to go on every day and I used to write what posts I want to make that day, what time, what platforms, blah blah blah. Then I go through my diary, I look at all the key holidays like Mother's Day, Women's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, and plan that you're going to make a post for that day, even if it's just something as simple as Happy Mother's Day or Happy International Women's Day. It's just so simple, but you've got content to post, and that's all that really matters. As long as it appeals to your audience as well, that also matters. Following on from that, for a platform to use for creating your Instagram posts and anything like that is Canva. Canva is the most amazing platform I've ever used. I think I must use it once a day. Whether it's for uni work or my Etsy shop, I will use Canva every single day. It's just so easy. You've got templates for everything, Instagram stories, Instagram posts, Facebook posts, leaflets, everything you can imagine. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching this far if you have. Even if it were one little tip, I hope it's added. I hope it's helped you and you can take something away from this video. That's all for now. Bye from me and Percy. I'll see you all very, very soon. No, I'll see you all next Tuesday with another video. Bye.